might. Field or power?
Wow, what happened there? Was that a restart?
No. I don't think that's a restart. That might be Mike Power. We'll find out officially, but Matt Field continues through the course, and that's exactly what he needs to do. He's in that big position. He should have parked it. Look at that. I mean, Matt Field, the Forge Star wheels go round with the Falcon tires wrapped around him. Nice job there.
That's a high level.
Hey, you know what? Let's lay out here. Let's listen to the Falcon Tires Drift Cave Corvette of Matt Field with his solo bye run. The official oil of Formula Drift. Matt Field with a nasty snap. Snap into it like a Slim Jim. Attaboy. Matt Field goes back, taps the bumper. He did it. That's the run you were looking for.
Wow.
1, 2, 3. Outside zones. Dylan Hughes pushes. Great driving there by Dylan and Matt. Here,
Yeah,
watch this. Matt Field initiates in tow of Dylan Hughes. Dylan, okay, keeps it off the wall, pretty good distance. Dylan Hughes gets a little deep. Now let's see how he handles the final outside zone. Dylan Hughes, now he's stepping up. We talk about that X factor, can they bring it?
Wow.
Matt Field really close. What I tell you, Frederick Osbo, this should be another exciting one here, Lantain. Matt Field, nasty initiation, a wide swing, coming in hot, gets all the way out there. You asked for it. Oh, boy. Whoa! A massive hit by Matt Field. Let's make sure he's okay. A big hit by his hands out the window. Round of applause for Matt Field, the head caveman coming down the hill. Let's slam it in there. The beast from the bay. Eve Meyer dances in the dirt a little bit, throws it up. There you go. Eve Meyer feeling relaxed and feeling the pressure as Matt Field. You can see him some shimmying there in the back in that second outside zone too. So it looks like now Matt goes into the dirt, the dust.
Oh no.
And nosing on into that inside clip. We're gonna have to run that one back. Was Eve getting a little too aggressive? He does advance on, but here we go. Eve Meyer out front. He initiates. Throws it into that first inside clip. Takes it along with him. Takes himself a little souvenir from here in Atlanta as Eve Meyer now comes in the second outside zone. Matt Field gets into it as well. And Eve Meyer looks tidy, looks clean, looks like he's putting the car in the right place. But I got to think that this is too little. Start, come on, Matt Field, Alec Robbins. Send it, boys. Matt Field coming to that first inside clip. Alec Robbins, do you see how he paints? Oh, wow, a big rotation there. Alec Robbins got a little thrown off, but Matt Field, whoa, Robbins overshoots. Robbins goes way off course. I can't say I've ever seen anybody go that far off on that side of the course. Yeah, that was sensational. And here we go. Robbins out front, Field in the chase position. See him initiate right there into that front clip. Now, Robbins really needs to put down a gangster run, and ideally he needs to have Matt Field make a mistake. You have to think about how big a mistake that was for Robbins going off course. It'd essentially be an incomplete if it was qualifying. Oh, and then Robbins goes off again. Great 8. Matt Field, wow, working all his way to the other side. Big, nasty initiation here. Woo, going for it. Absolutely insane entry there from Matt Field. Now coming into that second outside zone. Jeff Jones taking that shallower line. Whoa, Jeff Jones, JJ, look at that. Dynamite, look at that. Well done by Jeff Jones in that final clean start. Jeff Jones, straight line approach. Field initiates way early. Wow, parts flying off once again. And Matt Field, interesting, what is going on there? Don't know if that was Field being aggressive or Jones. And Field, look at that. Something might have happened to Matt's car. Or did he get thrown off from the beginning? No problem, got a clean start from Matt Field. Coming down the hill. Let's see how they handle this. Both of them initiating almost identically into that front clip. Wow, look at Matt Field pulling away from Forsberg. Did not expect that, but now look at turn on that smoke machine. Comes in to the first and second outside zone. Forsberg knocking over that inside clip, now exiting out of the horseshoe. Past that final front clip. Matt Field giving chase. Initiating. Big angle there from Forsberg coming to that front clip. Matt Field taking out the front clip. Now coming in up the hill in that first outside zone. Now coming to the second outside zone. Both of them getting all the way out there. Look at Matt Field.
Oh,
and look. Did
mechanical.
Matt Field breaking down. Oh, no. Oh, man. Matt Field here. Matt Field, Falcon tires, drip cave, Portal exhaust, Corvette. The Ford Star wheels go around. The Falcon tires get lit up. Sticking it to the wall. Now here comes Rome Charpentier. It's been very aggressive lately, but how is the wet going to be handled? Rome Charpentier, no big deal for Rome. Looks like Matt tries to find that crease and he sets it. And you see Rome Charpentier, the garage is there. Rome Charpentier initiating. Nice job initiation. But what's he got now? We will see. Now coming down, slamming down in that flat portion of the track. Oh, doctor! Matt Field narrowly escapes contact. Matt Field at good proximity, but unfortunately the Rome spinning out. Matt Field initiates Dean Carter's car. Let's see it. Look at him. Goes right to the side. That black shadow of a Dodge Viper. A little bit lower on the bank for Dean Carney. Past that inside clip. Dean just barely nudges it over. Past the second inside clip. Shreds it till he jets it. And those next tires keep it up with the Falcon. Dean Carney swings across the nose of that Corvette. Dean Carney puts some more angle into it. Matt Field slides to the door of Carnage. That Viper nose slams down to fire from that side exhaust. And now to that second outside zone. Bringing it all the way through. See right here, these guys are chomping at the bit. Denofa initiates Field right there. Working it to the wall. From the windows to the wall. To the doors, sparking. Look at the angle from Field to the chase, and contact was made.
Looks like
Matt Field out front, Chelsea Denofa in the chase position. Matt Field, slingshot at the gate. Matt initiates, sticks it to the wall. Chelsea Denofa back quite a bit. But this might be strategy-wise. He might know who's at fault. Backs off just a little bit. Now coming into that second inside clip. Matt Field knows. And Chelsea Denofa powers on through.
No way.
No way. And he comes to get a good start. Here we go. We got an all-wet run. Denofa and Field. Denofa initiates high on the bank. Field, look at that. I mean, they are just magnetized to each other.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, and both of them spin. Don't know if there's... Now, he knows he needs to be right... Oh, and he impedes. Ryan, that
was contact.
That was contact.
But if they're both going for it.
But if they're going for it, they're going for it. Matt Field continues through the course. Now coming down into the splash zone. And there we go. Chelsea loops it. So if Matt Field continues on through the course, Matt Field will be getting the win. And it looks like Matt Field keeps his composure. Even after that contact, it looked like Chelsea got his way. And Matt Field's giving chase. Dylan Hughes comes down. We're losing bumpers. Dylan Hughes gives a little twitchy. Matt Field jumps to the side of him. We keep on partying, boys. Dylan Hughes, more angle, and Matt Field spins. Dylan Hughes keeps continuing on. And Dylan Hughes is Aquaman. As again, don't know where his trident is, but well done. Against the dozer that is King Neptune right now, harnessing the water energy. Matt Field up on the bank. Look at that, still not backing down. I said play it smart, but still being aggressive. Matt Field now coming down the bank, splashing down into that first interclip. Some brake speed tap. That is a decel zone. That is allowed. That is to be expected. Now into that second inside clip. Matt Field goes into the crease. If Dylan Hughes keeps it settled, the dozer will be going to the finals. And it looks like Dylan Hughes coming into that first outside zone. Mike Power, and he knows his course. He wants to throw down. Matt Field using all of it. He punts that cone out of the way, and Mike Power goes. And of Power into that first outside zone. Matt Field initiates. There comes Mike Power into that second outside zone. Now I have to think that you know, given the confidence level of Matt Field, and he knows he has an advantage, I don't think he's going to try to stick it to the door of Mike Power, and that's saying a lot because Matt Field traditionally is a no-holds-barred kind of driver. Yeah, Matt Field, here goes Matt Field. Falcon Tires goes off course. The Borla Drift Cave Corvette now into that second outside zone. Ryan Littoral, first time top 16 this year in that power stop. GT Radel S15. Matt Field now into that final outside zone. He was talking about thrashing. Quickly, Kane picking off the second run. Ryan Littoral enters into that first outside zone. Coming now as the sun sets. Ryan Littoral rises to the occasion. Filling all that second outside zone, but not shaking Matt Field. Let's see how they transition into that final outside zone. Littoral goes in. Matt Field drops into formation. Good job. Here comes Ken Gucci out of the gate. See if he can better that initiation he just had against Stuckey. Unfortunately, botched initiation. Now very dialed right now is Ken Gucci. That Monty's. Ken Gucci Motorsports, Toyota GR86. On Nexon tires now coming into that final outside zone. Gucci. Field cannot be shaken. And definitely lingering here in this Coliseum. Matt Field in that first outside zone. Putting it where it should be. Oh boy, Gucci flirting with the contact. But no, does not. Past that inside clip. Gucci is the red shadow. Oh, and he dives in and grips up just a bit too much. Got that Manji entry once again into that first outside zone. Not phased. He took down one Falcon vehicle. Can he take down another? And look at that. Oh, Matt Field applying the pressure. Those yellow headlights are in his rearview mirror. But Charpentier not affected. And looks like Matt Field potentially bullying him kind of. Field now leads. He's going to throw down a gangster one. Filling all of that first outside zone. Now transitioning into the second. Look at that, drawing the line. And Rome is right there. Watch that front clip, right past it. Oh, Field comes blazing into it. Digs deep, Rome a little bit here out front, Garagistic BMW. Gets all the way out there, draws that line. Field gets into formation, gets into that pocket. And that's something that he was lacking a little bit on that first battle, but now he seems to find that secret sauce. And now transitions past into that final outside zone. A little hesitation, but just barely let him get past. Flicks it in nastily into that first outside zone. Now into that second outside zone. Dialing in, look at Rome inching closer and closer to Matt Field. Pretty tit for tat compared to that first run. Have to see that angle. You talked about the nuances there, Ryan. How are they going to handle that last and final outside zone? Rem said he's having fun. Matt Field, look at that. Deep is Rome Charpentier. Field and Mohan. The beast of the Bay. Woo! Almost shots fired across the nose. Now coming to that first outside zone, here goes Matt Field into that second outside zone. Bathing in that smoke once again is Kyle Menace Mohan in the second outside zone. Now going to the third, let's feel the flow. And that Corvette, the Falcon tires go round, wraps around those Forge Star wheels into that final outside zone. Momo suited and booted, no problem. And Matt Field in that chase position does hit a cone, but you are allowed to do that in that chase position. Now Mohan into that first outside zone. Now coming to the second outside zone, you can see Matt Field, almost gets to the side to him, but just does dial it back a little bit, doesn't burn the cake. And now coming into that final outside zone. Oh, looks like Mohan does exceed it, but just barely. Now let's go on to the head Drift Cave man. This is the Drift Cave boss, Matt Field, piloting his Falcon tires, Borla exhaust Corvette. Jeff Jones trying to give a run for his money, but unfortunately Evil Auto Works Nissan 370Z does spin out. And Matt Field continues on into that final outside zone. And spun out. Here we go. So Jeff Jones out front. Matt Field in that chase position. Look at that. And Jeff Jones barely dipping that back right tire. And Matt Field getting aggressive in that chase position. Man, he was absolutely just buried in that smoke. Now coming through that final outside zone. Jeff Jones' car producing so much smoke. Front. Leading and initiating into that first outside zone. Nick Novak initiating almost simultaneously. Let's see how they handle that second outside zone. Nick Novak, you see him just sliding on in next to that Falcon Tires Corvette, and Matt Field pulling away now into that final outside zone. Field and Novak. Field going to And of course, try to get that top spot. Nick Novak in that first outside zone. He's got the proximity. Field in the chase position. Now into that second outside zone. Good proximity by Field. Novak just a bit short. And now into that third. And now into the final outside zone. Good job by Novak. You can see Field proximity almost this battle. Kazuya Taguchi initiates. Matt Field right there. Tucking into that GT radial smoke. The Falcon tires being kicked off at the back end of that Corvette. Great angle from Kazuya Taguchi. Matt Field, good proximity. We'd love to see him mimic that angle. Look at Kazuya Taguchi. What switch did he hit? Oh, as he taps that wall, but he continues. Kazuya Taguchi. That Falcon Tires Corvette initiates that first outside zone. Kazuya Taguchi up garage, ISR Performance. 86 now into. Oh, big angle there from Matt Field. But Kazuya Taguchi holds that proximity, holds back, tempers the flame. Going into that final outside zone, goes back. Oh, Kazuya Taguchi, contact. You saw that correction in the first outside zone. Wow, Matt Field right there, mimicking with that teal and blue shadow. Has to back off just a little bit. That might be a wise approach. Oh, he gets into that. Oh, man. Gets to that berm and that rumble strip quite a bit. That is a rumble mountain in coming into that. And now into that final outside zone. Oh, boy. Well, gets into the chase. Field now out front. Kazuya Taguchi in the chase position. You see that thing with a little Elvis Presley lip snarl there. Now coming to that second outside zone. Kazuya Taguchi, he almost gets up under the rumble strip into that second outside zone. Kazuya Taguchi goes deeper, but he doesn't even mimic that line of Matt Field. Look at Kazuya Taguchi dropping back quite a bit. Now Matt Field, he's putting the car in all the right places. I'm telling you right now, look at that. Right just out. What do we got, boys? Matt Field throws it into that first big outside zone. Odie Boxes looks like he's kind of pedaling back a little bit. Oh, now he jumps up. Odie Boxes right there on the door. Matt Field. These guys have had a lot of fun on course, but now it's all about the points and the finish. Odie Boxes transitions. Oh, man. You can see that going to that third outside zone. Odie Boxes didn't get as deep as Matt Field. You can see him trying to surge that attack. Getting right next to him. Oh, Doctor, come on. He's going for the kill right now. Here we go. Odie Boxes initiates. Here comes Matt Field. Looks like a very similar lines. Watch how he gains proximity. Now, how's he going to handle going to the power alley? Odie Boxes out front. Do we have contact?
That was
there?
a hit.
Houston, do we have a problem? Out into outside zone 3. You can see Matt Field. He pedaled back. He didn't take that big risk there. Looks like, again, composure. He knows he might have a little bit of an advantage. Going down between the frenemies. Matt Field, strong initiation. The 4-star white wheel standing out like a sore thumb. Oh, man. Odie Boxes getting in the door of him. Now coming into that power alley. Odie gains that composure. Nice job. Didn't risk it as big as he did on that first run. Now in that tight inside clip. Coming in the last outside zone. Field and Boxes. This is what you expect. He knows what he needs to do. Here we go. Odie Boxes initiates big angle. And there, you ask, he shall receive. And Matt Field does have the proximity now. You can see he kicks out a little bit more to mimic that angle. Now into the power alley, Matt Field drops back. Ooh, he comes up a bit short there. Big implications here. Our current points leader fighting for it against Odie Boxes, his frenemy. Did Odie Boxes just different tires, drift cave, Borla exhaust, Corvette. Ooh, look at Justin Pollock get right quickly to the door. An all-American battle, Corvette versus Mustang. Now into that power alley, Justin Pollock applying the pressure to our current points leader, saying, yeah, I can be up there too. Both them with the white wheels standing out, talking about that earlier. And now in that final outside zone. And here we go, Justin Pollock initiates. Aggressive initiation, look at the massive angle from Justin Pollock. Has to take a little out of it, but absolutely flying through the bank. Justin Pollock. Quick little correction, massaging into that second outside zone. Big angle from Pollock. Massive counter steer here from Pollock, and Matt Field sticks. See how we go into that first outside zone. Matt Field, big angle from him. Keeping it precise, good proximity by Dylan Hughes. Needs to mimic the angle a little bit more concise. Now in that third outside zone, there goes Hughes diving in on the side of Matt Field. Now transitioning into that final outside zone, working on Andy. Oh, look at Hughes going deep there. That overhead view, he's got the lead. Dylan Hughes, oh, buddy! Wow, Matt Field flirting with the side of that BMW, the Royal Purple Riley Autosports Falcon Tires BMW. Now coming into that power alley, how is Matt Field going to handle this? Into that third outside zone. You can see Field dropping a formation. Big angle there from Dylan Hughes. Coming to that final outside zone. Hughes and Field. That Falcon Tire Corvette in that first outside zone. Dylan Hughes right there, the dozer, pushing the Beast of the Bay into that second outside zone. Through that power alley, good transition from Field and Hughes, and past that inside clip. Great transition, and now, oh my goodness! Dylan Hughes, Matt Field, let's see how they handle this. The Falcon tires wrapped around those Forged Star wheels for both the drivers. Dylan Hughes, this is his home track, Evergreen Speedway. And he wants to get the win here, but Matt Field has not got a win this year. Here he goes, transition to outside zone 3. Fairly similar to what Dylan Hughes did in that chase position at first glance. Now transitioning, Matt Field drops in at formation. Whoa! It's the jump. Another one more time battle, shimmy shake into that big outside zone. We've seen some amazing driving so far. And look at that, the Vortex Supercharged Corvette of Matt Field comes on in. This is Dylan Hughes' house. He grew up cutting his teeth here and burning up tires. That sun coming into play, shining a light on him. It's that final outside zone. And Dylan Hughes gets into formation, here we go, Dylan Hughes. Whoa! Matt Field jumps to the side of, oh no! Matt Field spins and Dylan Hughes continues on. He does need to continue. And if he finishes it out, Dylan Hughes is going to the final 4. Comes around, oh buddy! Dan Burkett in the Type S top 4. Matt Field, our current points leader, going to Dan Burkett in his best finish. Can he better it even now here in Seattle? Matt Field has second outside zone, now coming into the third. Both of them fairly equally matched right now. Again, the Supra chasing down the Beast of the Bay, Rad Dan. And guess up front, Rad Industries Gear Wrench Toyota Supra. GT Radials initiates. Matt Field right there, chasing him down into that big outside zone. Matt Field trying to get the victory, but Dan Burkett delivering into that third outside zone. Lick the stamp and send it, baby. As Dan Burkett brings it into that final outside zone, and Matt Field here in the finals. Battle in Seattle. Chelsea Nova, big angle here. Massive angle. Matt Field trying to catch up. About a car length back. Big smoke coming out those middle tires. Matt Field applying the pressure in that second outside zone. The purple Type S lights. Matt Field narrowly gets past. Was there contact? Yes. Once, twice, 3 times for sure. Finishing out that run. Chelsea Nova. Again, Matt Field with that deficit. The Beast of the Bay, our current points leader, has yet to win a round of competition, but still has the points lead. Chelsea Nova, a couple more outside zones to get the win that he has so wanted this year. Matt Field fills outside zone 3. Chelsea Nova playing it smart, kicks back a little bit. Matt Field brings it in. He does exactly what he needs to do, but it's not enough. Chelsea Nova gets the win! In the big battle right here. Rome Charpentier will lead Garagistic BMW, like I said, second in E-Town. Matt Field has yet to win an event, but he currently leads the championship. Come to that first inside clip. Both of them wrapped around it. Approach that first outside zone, now in the second outside zone. Rome dialing it in. See a little handbrake pull, and then looks like Matt Field center punching that second inside clip. Now coming to that final outside zone. How are they going to handle it? Rome Charpentier gets all the way out there. Matt Field, each battle. Here we go. Matt Field, the Beast of the Bay out front, 777, comes now into 104 miles per hour. He talked about that speed. He said he was down to horsepower, but right now he's absolutely tuned up into that second outside zone. Look at the angle from him. You can see nothing but Falcon tire wrapped around those Forged Stars. Now coming down the last outside zone. Filling all of it? Yes, he does. He rides right there. Look at Rome Charpentier. Great proximity from Rome. Here's our one more time battle between Rome and Matt Field. Rome initiates in that first inside clip. You see Matt just barely nicking with that front left corner to that second outside zone. Both the drivers go. Let's see the angle here now coming into that second inside clip. Both of them zeroing in on it. Looks like Matt Field not leaving anything. Said, I'm going to hit those darn inside clips. He missed them on that first battle. Matt Field's really going to need to show why he's called the Beast of the Bay and your current points leader. He's yet to have a victory this year, but would love to get on top of the box or in the conversation and stay in that conversation. Into that second outside zone. Big power, big angle. Now approaching that second inside clip. A little bit off, but big angle. Rome falling back a little bit. He needs to apply the pressure, and there goes Matt Field into it. And look at Rome. Look how deep Rome is. He's the case here, 99.4 miles per hour. into that first inside clip. Goes Ken Gushi in that first outside zone. Now transitions into the second. Oh, big contact here.
That was big, Jared.
That was real big.
Doesn't look like it affected Gushi, but
Gushi continues on. But that was here. Matt Field sitting on that deficit, but he does have the clean air. He's going to throw down a gangster run. And Ken Gushi, he's got to play it strategic. Matt Field goes now into that second outside zone. Ken Gushi would love to play spoiler. A big straightening there by Ken Gushi. Oh, and that's going to be all she wrote.
that front left potentially was not repaired adequately for Matt Field. There could have been an issue there. The front could have been binding up. Any combination of things.
We'll find out what transpires again with top 16. Let's lay out and listen to our current points leader, Matt, the beast from the Bay Field. Wet spots. What we want to see is smoke. Now, watch how much smoke gets kicked out. The Falcon tires, oh my gosh! Matt Field backs it and spins out! Matt Field spins out and hits the wall.